be real dangerous.
I always like to say that in pools, it's always the mid tiers and the heavies going at it, and the best representation gets into like top 64. Like it's like the best of the best will survive, but we are going to be seeing the Incineroar versus Pikachu here. Nataaa on the Incineroar and Neeroz on the Pikachu, starting out on Smashville, which I actually think is a really solid stage for Incineroar. So let's see how this one's going to start. Starting automatically with a lightning move here. I love the way that Neeroz actually just backed up and just waited to get these lightning moves and the grab. It's so smart. I feel like a lot of times players like to fight, and nobody ever likes to just take a quick second and just get their combo ready to go.
Yeah, and playing with that spacing is what Pikachu and many fast characters get to do against Incineroar so reliably. You do have to be careful of that revenge being a frame 3 counter, but you're able to also to run circles around Incineroar, and a hitbox like Pikachu's can just be so hard to track down. Though on a stage like Smashville, you do have to watch out just how much space you're giving the Incineroar. Because if they're able to find any sort of starter here, especially on ledge, it can be quite potent, especially with all this rage.
Yeah, for sure. Pikachu dash attack coming in. One of the stronger moves on Pikachu as well. Gotta watch out though. Lightning move into the down smash is actually going to connect. Unfortunately for Nataaa, they're going to jump into the blast zone on that one. But of course, the side B is going to come in on Incineroar, and honestly, another one of those at the ledge, especially now that you're kind of all bulked up. Oh, okay, gonna go for the up angle on that one. I actually feel like if it was the actual like strong hit of it, it would have actually worked.
Yeah, I really think that could have been a misinput. He hasn't yet to hit one of the sweet spots of the Alolan Whip, which you desperately need to find. Looking for the cross chop, and does in fact end up getting a stock trade as Neeroz goes a little bit too deep, but that's a trade you take every single day of the week. Oh, and the back air comes in, interrupts the Alolan Whip, and we're going to start to see the back air chains just ending into a forward air. Nothing too crazy when it comes to Neeroz, but they're able just to show so much dominance over the stage, especially with these quick attacks back and forth. They've never been able to be pinned down for long.
Yeah, it's the thing is with Pikachu, it's always damage, right? You're always just looking to stack as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, though, for Incineroar, now you're off stage. Okay, I love the Thunder Ball here. Ooh, okay, and also just coming on in and just stopping the momentum on that one. Dark Slayer gonna come out there. I'm surprised that we haven't seen a couple more Gimps, but honestly, with that fair, could be spelling trouble right now. Okay, up smash, not gonna be able to do it quite yet. Going for the Thunder once again. Neeroz looking in a great position right now. Up smash, not gonna be able to KO, but we could potentially be seeing one right here.
Yeah, there was a couple of opportunities, a couple drop combos, but that dash attack does wrap it up. As you said, Lyric, the strength of that dash attack is just a raw frame 10. Like, I can throw out this burst down 10. It'll linger, it'll kill. It is so unbelievably important to Pikachu's kit. And if you're able to find the starters that Neeroz was, especially with so many drag down nairs, you're never really worried about killing. So this Incineroar, I really feel like they want to stay a little bit more grounded instead of all these short hop and whips that they've been throwing out. While they may catch jumps against a lot of characters, Pikachu back air, like you can start low, then rise up after the armor is done. So staying low to the ground and trying to always have access to shield and potentially your grabs off of that. On top of the fact that we're now on Town and City, can make for some potentially potent ledge play with things like Incineroar's down tilt if you're able to solidly go for 2 frames. Ooh, very nice conversion off of the revenge right off the jump.
I'm a little worried about Town and City though because of the lower platform. And especially speaking of platforms, when those main platforms are going to disappear, Pikachu now has the ability to carry you from one side of the stage to the other, and you have no escape, essentially. So right now, looking a little bit rough for Nataaa right now, and this is what I was also kind of worried about. Small sides versus Pikachu, that fair and that back air is actually going to KO, and a lot earlier. We go, though, going up once again. I feel like the side, or the strong hitbox would have actually done it, but here comes Neeroz, of course, Nair, up smash. Looking good.
Yeah, can't be too mad about that. You get a drag down there, and Neeroz has been doing just what is so excellent about Pikachu is when you're able to rise with a full hop aerial and immediately change that into a drag down neutral air, which is so perfectly spaced to catch the players jumping out of shield or jumping and trying to challenge and get massive reward off of it, whether it be some of the narrow loops, up smash, or down smash.
Revenge off it, can't find the back air, unfortunately. Nataaa struggling so much to get in, gonna be able to get out of it with the lariat. I do like how they are really good at picking up the revenge when as soon as they can get it, so essentially conditioning Neeroz, but at this point, I don't know, I feel like Neeroz is just, playing the waiting game. Great falling back air. We're gonna go to even stop count, but for how long is the question on this one?
And that will continue to be the question, especially with so many high cross chops we're seeing coming out from Nataaa. They're trying to sweet spot a ledge, but also being more reserved with how much they're going for. Just a straight up low recovery as the Thunder Jolt climbing off of the platform connects, and the Skull Bash is the stock finisher. Okay, Neeroz getting a little bit creative with their edge guard, and it worked out in spades. Neeroz holding onto that full stock lead yet again, being careful around the darkest area, but always gotta watch out for Incineroar's comeback factor. If you're gonna be jumping too much, you're dealing with Incineroar's amazing suite of aerials. Good dash back from Neeroz. He's been even in the corner, being able to utilize that small frame.
This is what I was worried about, Ubel. No center platform to help Nataaa here, and 76% before they can even make their first move. Here comes once again the Evolving Whip. No strong hit on this one. And now Neeroz has free play to essentially do whatever they want to. Back air is going to go up against the Lariat, but back air, the falling, just rampant loose back air is actually going to take it. We're on last stop, but for how long is the question? Small sides, Pikachu fair. That is going to be a 2-0 for Europe's best Pikachu, Neeroz.
Yeah, almost Europe's only Pikachu. It's going to be a little bit hard to
Everybody got one.
Yeah, everybody does get one. Hard to get matchup experience with this character, but when you have a good representation in Neeroz, then you feel better and better every single time you go up against them.
Yeah, that Skull Bash was crazy.
So sick. Calling out the high recovery that Nataaa had been doing time and time again. Like, while these falling back airs on Town and City definitely did a whole lot better in Game 2, Nataaa just looking for scrambles and fiending off of them, but it felt so measured from Neeroz, being very confident in how far they needed to dash back, and especially when. And when you're able to pivot, dash back into jump forward, rising back air so seamless.